shows with her. She's performed all over Vegas at Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club, Wise Guys. She performs, makes people laugh, and she might even make you cry a little. So you guys put your hands together and start clapping it up for Robin Diana Shaw!
Don't worry, I put my dick away. It's detachable and it's too big for these pants. So, you guys having a great night? Happy Friday, right? I don't know what day it is. I work too fucking much. So, a little story about me. When I moved to Vegas, I just left a 4.5-year lesbian relationship.
Wow.
And I discovered the Fruit Loop. I'd never been there, so, why not? And I went into Free Zone, which, sadly is no longer around, but I remember walking in and I saw so many beautiful women and I was like, lesbians everywhere. And I was like rummaging for a clam bake. I was like, I don't know what to do with myself. And I was all there for the juicy clams. No slimy sausage or corn on the cob. You get in those clam bakes, guys. But after a little while and some self-discovery, I discovered that penis is A-okay. But I was talking to one of my best friends. See? Yes, give it up for penis. Yes. One of my best friends, when I first met him, I was like, yeah, when I first moved here, I was a raging lesbian. And he was like, well, what does that even mean? I'm like, and he's like, do you go to gay bars and you hulk out and just say, give me the pussy? And I was like, no, that's aggressive. He's like, I just really like women, which I still do, because titties are great. So I'm one of those greedy bisexuals. Sorry, guys, but that's how it works. And one of my favorite things about being in Vegas is just there's so much fun gay stuff to do, right? Yes, no? No? And no one's like, no, not at all. But fast forward to now, I drank a lot of Fireball at one point in my life, and now I have a... Yeah, Fireball's great. But now I have a kid. That's okay, though. I love him. He's fun. But you ever been on an airplane and somebody has a random emotional support animal? I read an article about some dumb lady that had an emotional support peacock. I don't know what the fuck that bird's gonna do for you except scare the shit out of me. But if you can certify that giant fucking bird, I can take my kid down to the county courthouse and certify him to be my emotional support toddler. Because as much as I do love my kid, but sometimes it's like, no, it's too much. But sometimes he's a lot of fun. And I could just imagine taking him into like a PT's. I can't bring him here. I would love to. On a little vest and a little badge and a leash. Be like, hey, you have to be 21 to enter this establishment. I'm like, it's my emotional support toddler. He's here to emotionally support me while I drink. I mean, why not? It's Vegas, right? You can't include everyone. And I'm a bartender, and the only thing I could think of to make more money is keeping my kid on my shoulders. Because, like, hey, you know what? I'm not ugly, but he's way cuter than I am. Like, you're tipping this cute face, not this one. This one's way cuter. All your money goes to him. And he would be like, yeah, give me your money. Because I just found out the other day he took $60 out of my nightstand. I said, what is that for? Oh, so I can buy Christmas presents. You don't need to buy anybody Christmas presents. Give me my money back, you little shit. He's grounded anyway, so. But being a bartender, one of my favorite things, I'm on the strip, I see all kinds of crazy shit. I had this guy recently in front of me make this horrible noise talking to his friends. It was like, whoa, I'm like, what the fuck was that? I just stopped what I was doing and I'm like, sir, are you okay? He said, oh yeah, I was hooking up with this hot chick last night. That's my sex noise. I said, is she okay? Because if it was me and somebody made that noise when I was having sex, it would go from Niagara Falls to the Sahara Desert down there.
Robin, I told you that in confidence.
Oh, man. And their friends, he hung his head in shame. His friends handed me $50, and they walked out. I'm like, oh, great, I need to fucking terrorize my guests more often and make fun of them. But the best one that happened recently was I had this guy come up to me out of the blue. He goes, "Excuse me, ma'am." Like, first of all, you called me ma'am. Thanks. "Where are the MILFs at?" "Where are the MILFs at?" I'm like, "Sir, what's a MILF?" Like, I mean, of course I know, but you know, smoking hot mom, over 40, big boobs. I'm like, I mean, I just turned 40. Does that count? Although my boobs aren't that big, but okay. I was like, "Sir, I'm sorry, but I don't know what dark corner of the internet you found out you could find MILFs at PF Chang's on a Tuesday afternoon. But tell me, because I want to know." And then I remembered I had these ladies that come in from across the street and get drunk on their break, and they're smoking hot MILFs, and I'm like, oh, apparently I missed the memo, because PF Chang's is where the MILFs are at. And he's like, "I swear, I've seen MILFs here before." I'm like, "Well, sir, the only MILF that you can look for, or the only MILF you can find is me." And he turned around and left. I'm like, "Bye." Okay, see you later. No big deal there. Does anybody here love sex toys? Yes. So not everybody. Okay. One of my best friends just left a shitty relationship, and she took me to, gave me a grand tour of her apartment, and she walked me into her bedroom, because that's not weird, and she had one of those over-the-door shoe racks, you know, where you stuff the shoes in there, and I was expecting to see shoes. No, it was full of dildos. It's like dildos, assorted colors and textures. But then she has I think it's weird, a lot of the architecture in Vegas, you see fireplaces in bedrooms, but the fireplaces don't work. So she has a useless fireplace mantle, and there was this one that was mounted like a fucking trophy bug in a box that was red, white, and blue. And I'm like, "What is that?" She's like, "Oh, that's a collector's item." I'm like, "No, you're not telling me what it is. It's big, purple, and sparkly." She's like, "Yeah, it's 18 inches long and 6 inches around." And I was like, "Ow." She's like, "It's a one and done. If you use it, first of all, it's not a collector's item anymore." She's like, "I took the day off after work." You're not telling me what it is. It's called the Great American Challenge. And I was like, "Well, I guess that's purple, sparkly dildos are very patriotic." But then I got to thinking, you know, it'd be fun if I bought 2 of those, not for the reasons you're thinking. Is because I have those shitty IKEA coffee tables at my house, and just put one on each end, and when my friends come over, get drunk and play ring toss. And then the other thing is, I don't really like guns, and all I can think about is having one on my nightstand, and if somebody breaks into my house. Now, I have a lot of cats, remember? I'm a former lesbian. It's just, I can only imagine being on Dateline because somebody tried to break into my house. Like, crazy white lady bludgeons a guy to death with a dildo. I mean, I feel like, you know, exactly, like, that would be great. Or maybe he doesn't get bludgeoned to death. Maybe I just beat the shit out of him and he goes to jail. "How did you get caught?" "This crazy white bitch beat me up with a dildo." I'm like, "Yes, I did." No shame at all. I think I feel like that's a great idea. I wouldn't be mad about being on Dateline or getting my own, you know, First 48 special or whatever that show is. Or maybe they'll inspire a Criminal Minds episode after. But they don't make that show anymore, though. That was a good show. I like that a lot. So I recently had this guy ask me, he said, "Hey, baby, I want you to get on top." And I was like, bro, I'm 40 without health insurance. Good luck with that. And if I'm going to try to climb Mount Manmeet, you better have the jaws of life to get me off. And if your mattress is Tempur-Pedic, we're all fucked. Because we're sinking, because everybody sinks in the Tempur-Pedic mattress. I don't care what they say. Especially because, you remember the commercials with the like jumping small human and like a big glass of wine, you know? Never, you know, that really doesn't fucking work. You know it doesn't. Although I did find out that it's fun to have sex on an adjustable base bed. That's pretty fun. I wasn't really going anywhere with that. It was just an epiphany I just had. But does anyone in here have cats besides me? Yeah. Do they watch you masturbate? I have the judgiest fucking cat. He just likes to sit right on my pillow by my head, and he just watches. And then my new boyfriend recently, he was like, "What is going on?" He's not a cat person, and he's just like, "What is he doing?" He's watching, apparently. He's not going to go away. I don't know what else to tell you, but cats are judgy fucking hornballs. Let's just go there. Like, what's going on? What are you doing? Will you pet me right now? I'm kind of busy. Like, it's not going to work, but... Is everybody here current on their acronyms? Yes, one person. So, me being the person I'm now, I will tell you, I have lost 75 pounds since January, which is pretty exciting. Yeah, I'm totally urgling these pants, they're too big. But one acronym that I like to fully embrace is BBW. Does anyone know what that means? Someone said big beautiful woman, perfect. Someone once said big black woman. I'm like, well, I can't embrace that. Although it's 2024, but I can't embrace that. But I get it mixed up with BWW. Do you know what that stands for? Buffalo Wild Wings. Because, you know, are you calling me beautiful or are you calling me fried chicken? Or chicken wings? And you know what? I'm always down for some mango habanero as long as I'm off work the next day. So, thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. Thanks for the laughs.
Give it up.